Hi dear friends, how are you all? Welcome to our YouTube channel HR Tutorials India. In this video, we'll be discussing about another important statutory compliance, that is Labour Welfare Fund Act. What is Labour Welfare Fund Act? The Labour Welfare Fund Act is a pivotal legislation in India aimed at enhancing the welfare and social security of workers across various industries. This act mandates the creation of a welfare fund through contribution from employers and employees, and in some instances, government support. The primary objectives of this act is to ensure that the workers receive essential benefits that improve their living and working conditions. Under this act, welfare measures encompasses various areas including housing, healthcare, education, and recreational facilities for workers and their families. This act is designed to address the needs of laborers by providing them access to necessary amenities and promoting their overall well-being. It emphasizes the importance of maintaining a safe and conducive working environment, thereby fostering a more productive and satisfied workplace. Moreover, this act also lays down specific guidelines and responsibility for employees, ensuring that they contribute to the welfare fund and adhere to the regulations governing its utilization. By doing so, it seeks to create a balanced approach towards labor welfare, benefiting both workers and industries they serve. Objectives of Labour Welfare Fund Act. The Labour Welfare Fund Act has several keys and objectives aimed at improving the overall welfare and conditions of workers in India. Worker welfare. This act focuses on promoting the welfare of employees by providing essential social security benefits, including housing, medical care, education, and maternity benefits. These provisions aims to enhance the quality of life for workers and their families. Employment standards. It aims to improve working conditions across various industries, ensuring the health and safety of workers. By setting standards for workplace amenities and safety measures, this act seeks to create a healthier work environment. Financial security. This act provides financial support during the critical times such as accidents, illness, and other emergencies. This financial assistance is crucial in helping workers cope with unforeseen circumstances and maintain their livelihoods. Promotion of equality. One of the Act's objectives is to ensure a fair distribution of benefits among employees, thereby reducing inequalities within the workplace. It aims to promote inclusivity and equity, ensuring that all workers have access to the welfare measures provided under this Act. Key definitions of Labour Welfare Fund Act. Understanding the key terms used in Labour Welfare Fund Act is crucial for comprehending its provisions and implications. Welfare Fund. This refers to dedicated pool of funds created through contributions from employers, employees, and in some cases the government. The fund is utilized to implement various employee welfare programs, enhancing the overall well-being of the workers. Employee. An employee is defined as an individual engaged in the establishment to perform work, which can be manual, skilled, unskilled, technical, clerical, or supervisory in nature. This board definition encompasses a wide range of job roles and responsibilities. Employer. An employer is any person or entity that hires individuals to work within their organization. Employers can be responsible for managing the workforce and overseeing the disbursement of welfare funds, ensuring compliance with the provisions of this Act. Contribution. This term refers to the financial amount that both employers and employees are required to contribute to the welfare fund. Contributions can be structured as small percentages of employees' wages or a fixed amount depending upon the regulations set forth by this Act. Applicability of Labour Welfare Fund Act. The Labour Welfare Fund Act is designed by a state specific, which means its application varies based on regional legislation. Below are the key points regarding its applicability. State specific application. The Act is enforced in various states including Maharashtra, Gujarat, Tamil Nadu, and others. Each state has its own rules and regulations and guidelines for the management and the operations of the welfare fund. The Act is applicable to a range of establishments such as factories, motor transport and undertakings, plantations, and other establishments where employees are engaged in work. Minimum employee requirement. The Act generally applies to the establishments that meet a minimum employee threshold, which is specified by the regulations of this respective state. Sector inclusion. The provisions of this Act cover both public and private sectors, subjected to the specific rules and guidelines established by the state government. Benefits of Labour Welfare Fund Act. The Labor Welfare Fund offers a wide range of benefits designed to the support for both employees and employees, fostering a positive working environment. Here is an overview of key advantages. For employers, improved labor relations, fostering goodwill and trust between employers and workers. Enhanced productivity. A motivated and satisfied workforce leads to increased productivity. Legal compliance. Adhering to the Act helps employers to avoid penalties and fines, ensuring smooth operations. For employees, financial assistance, support for housing expenses, covering for health care needs, financial aids for children education, assistance during maternity and funeral costs. Then comes social security benefits, saving plans for retirements, regular income post retirement, and also covers in case of workplace accidents. Then comes health and wellness, support for workers during health related issues, access to free or subsidized healthcare services, availability of recreational facilities for employees. The Labor Welfare Fund Act thus plays a crucial role in ensuring the welfare of workers while simultaneously benefiting the employers through improved relationships and compliance. So, rules regarding Labor Welfare Fund Act. Under the Labor Welfare Fund Act, both employers and employees have a specific obligations regarding contribution of the fund. Here is a breakdown of key rules. Contribution structure. Employer's contribution. A predetermined amount of a percentage of employees' wages is deducted and contributed to the Labor Welfare Fund. Employees' contribution. A small portion of employees' wages is also contributed, typically deducted directly by the employer. Contribution schedule. The frequency and the amount of contributions can differ significantly from one state to another state, reflecting local regulations. Each state sets its own rules regarding how much employers and employees must contribute and how payments are to be made. Payment frequency. Contributions are usually made on an annual or half-yearly basis, depending upon the state regulations, ensuring a systematic approach to funding welfare programs. These rules ensure that both employers and employees participate in supporting the welfare of the workers, promoting social security and benefits for those who are in need. Deductions under Labor Welfare Fund Act. The Labor Welfare Fund outlines specific permissible deductions from employees' wages to ensure the contributions are made fairly and transparently. Here are the key points regarding these conditions. Employee contribution. A predetermined fixed amount or a percentage of employees' salary is deducted periodically to contribute to the Labor Welfare Fund. This deduction is generally predefined and communicated to employees. Other deduction. In addition to the contributions to the Labor Welfare Fund, the Act allows other deductions from wages including Provident Fund, contribution to retirement savings plan, income tax, statutory deductions for income tax as per the government regulations, and fines for misconduct, that is, deductions imposed for disciplinary actions in accordance with organization policies. These regulations are defined to promote fair labor practices while ensuring the employees' rights and welfare are safeguarded. Fines and penalties under Labor Welfare Fund Act. Non-compliance with provisions of Labor Welfare Fund Act can result in significant penalties for employers aimed at ensuring adherence to the law and protection of employees' rights. Here are the key components and consequences for failing to comply. Fines. Employees who do not adhere to the payment and contribution rules specified in the Act may incur fines. The amount of these fines can vary depending upon the specific state laws governing the Labor Welfare Fund. Imprisonment. In case of persistent non-compliance or severe violations of the Act, employers may face imprisonment for a specific period. This is intended to serve a deterrent against neglecting the welfare of employees. Legal action. Employees have the right to report any instances for non-compliance by their employers. Such reports can lead to legal action, where employers may be held accountable for failing to fulfill their obligations under this Act. Employers are encouraged to stay informed about their legal obligations to avoid these penalties and promote a positive working environment. Mode of payment under Labor Welfare Fund Act. The Labor Welfare Fund Act outlines specific methods for making contributions to ensure a streamlined and transparent process. Here are the key points regarding the mode of payment. Payment options. Contribution to the Labor Welfare Fund can be made using various methods, including direct cash payments may be accepted depending upon the establishment policies. Payments can also be made through checks providing a paper trail for records, and direct transfers from employer's bank account to be fund are allowed. Electronic transfer. To facilitate timely contributions, electronic transfers are permitted. This method ensures that the payments are processed quickly and efficiently, reducing the risk of delays. Record keeping. Employers are required to maintain accurate records for all payments made to the Labor Welfare Fund. This includes documentation of the employee amounts contributed, dates of payments, and methods used. By adhering to these payment methods and maintaining proper records, employers can ensure compliance with the Labor Welfare Fund Act while supporting the welfare of their employees. Prohibition of unauthorized deductions under Labor Welfare Fund Act. The Labor Welfare Fund Act is designed to protect employees from unfair wage practices. It explicitly prohibits unauthorized deductions from employees' wages, ensuring the workers receive the rightful earnings without unwarranted deductions. Here are the key points regarding this prohibition. Unauthorized deductions. The Act strictly forbids any deductions from employees' wages that are not expressly prescribed by the law. Only the following deductions are permitted. That is, deductions specifically for the Labor Welfare Fund as mandated by the Act, and other mandatory deductions such as Provident Fund contribution and income tax. Employment rights. Employees have the right to challenge any deductions they believe are unauthorized or unjustified. Workers can report unauthorized deductions to the appropriate authorities, ensuring accountability for the employers. This Act provides mechanisms for employees to seek redress and protect their wage rights. By establishing these protections, the Labor Welfare Fund Act aims to create a fair working environment, safeguarding employees against exploitation and ensuring that their wages reflect their earned income without unauthorized deductions. Employers' obligations under Labor Welfare Fund Act. The Labor Welfare Fund outlines several critical obligations for employers to ensure compliance and promote the welfare of their employees. These responsibilities are designed to create a transparent and supportive working environment. Here are the key obligations. Timely payment. Employers must ensure that the deductions for Labor Welfare Fund are made promptly from their employees' wages. Contribution to the fund should be submitted in accordance with the establishment deadlines to maintain compliance with this Act. Record keeping. Employers are required to maintain accurate and detailed records of employee contributions to the Labor Welfare Fund, payments made to employees, and the distributions of welfare benefits to ensure transparency and accountability. Inform employees. Employers must actively inform employees about their rights under the Labor Welfare Fund Act. Employees should be made aware of the benefits available to them, such as financial aid for housing, medical care, and other welfare measures. Compliance with laws. Employers are obligated to comply with all statutory regulations related to the Labor Welfare Fund Act. Adhering to the Act's provisions helps avoid penalties, fines, and legal actions that may arise from non-compliance. By fulfilling these obligations, employers contribute to a positive workplace culture and ensure that the employees receive their benefits and protections afforded by the Labor Welfare Fund Act. Employees' rights under Labor Welfare Fund Act. Under the Labor Welfare Fund Act, employees are granted several important rights that safeguard their interests and ensure they receive the benefits intended for their welfare. These rights empower employees to hold employers accountable and promote transparency in management of welfare funds. Right to benefits. Employees have the entitlement to receive various benefits from the Labor Welfare Fund, including financial assistance for housing, access to medical care, and educational support for themselves or their dependents. Right to transparency. Employees are entitled to clear information regarding the amount contributed to the Labor Welfare Fund on their behalf, the utilization of these contributions for welfare initiatives, and the specific benefits they are eligible to receive, ensuring they should understand how these funds support their welfare. Right to appeal. In cases where employers fail to make the required contributions to the welfare fund, employees have the right to appeal to the appropriate authorities or regulatory bodies and seek resolution and address non-compliance issues to ensure their rights are upheld. These rights empower employees to actively participate in their welfare and ensure that provisions of the Labor Welfare Fund Act are implemented effectively, promoting a fair and just workplace environment. Compliance checklist under Labor Welfare Fund Act. The Labor Welfare Fund Act mandates specific compliance responsibilities for both employers and employees. This checklist serves a guide to ensure that both the parties fulfill their obligations under the Act effectively. For employers, timely contribution. Ensure that the contributions to the Labor Welfare Fund Act are made on time following the specified schedule. Record maintenance. Keep accurate and detailed record for all contributions made to the Labor Welfare Fund. Ensure transparency in financial management of these contributions. Employee notification. Regularly inform employees about the rights and entitlements under this Act, including available benefits and welfare measures. Compliance with state regulations. Adhere to state-specific regulations concerning the Labor Welfare Fund, ensuring all legal requirements are met. For employees, stay informed. Keep track of your contributions to the Labor Welfare Fund and understand the benefits available to you. Verify contributions. Check whether your employer is making the necessary contribution to the welfare fund as mandated by the law. Report issue. Report any unauthorized deductions from your wages or instances of non-compliance by your employer to appropriate authorities. Access benefits. Utilize the benefits provided by the welfare fund, such as healthcare, housing assistance, and education support to improve your quality of your life. By following this checklist, employers can ensure compliance with the Labor Welfare Fund Act, while employees can safeguard their rights and access the benefits they deserve. The Labor Welfare Fund Act plays a crucial role in ensuring the social security and welfare of workers in India. By promoting contribution from both employers and employees, this act fosters a healthy work environment, improves living standards, and ensures financial aid during times of need. Compliance with this act is vital for employers to avoid legal issues and for employees to access their rights and benefits. This act, though state-specific, holds significant importance in the protection and promotion of labor welfare in India. So dear friends, hope you understand in detail about the statutory compliance, that is Labor Welfare Fund Act. If you have any questions or queries related to this video, please do comment in the comment section. I'll be happy enough to answer all the queries. And if you like this video, please do subscribe and share among your friends. Thank you very much for watching this video. Have a nice day.